Sun beats down on the dusty town, whispers in the wind, silent and profound. A shadow lurks where no one dares to go, the ghost of a gunslinger riding slow. Echoes of a duel long past, six-shooter silence shadows cast. High noon strikes, the air is thick, a spectral face cold and slick. He's the ghost of high noon, haunted by the past, a bounty on his head, but he's free at last. Drawn in the moonlight, gunslinger's fate, a spectral warrior sealed by fate. Ghost of gunslinger in the dying sun, his story's written but it's not done. Spectre in the street with a hollow stare, seeking redemption, lost in despair. Dueling with shadows beneath a blazing sky, a restless spirit never saying goodbye. Echoes of a duel long past, six-shooter silence shadows cast. High noon strikes, the air is thick, a spectral face cold and slick. He's the ghost of high noon, haunted by the past, a bounty on his head, but he's free at last. Drawn in the moonlight, gunslinger's fate, a spectral warrior sealed by fate. Ghost of gunslinger in the dying sun, his story's written but it's not done. In the shadows he waits for the call, a bounty hunter or the angels fall. His spirit roams through time and space, chasing justice, leaving no trace. So when the clock strikes high noon and the silence falls, remember the ghost who answered the calls. A legend born in the ghostly gloom, the gunslinger spirit forever in the tomb.
Caught 'em black iron cold when the trail ran cold to me. Silver star never fit his chest, so he wore his law in steel. Boots knew dust from El Paso up through Canyon, Bone and Pine. If your name was inked in blood and ink, cold was all right on your line. poster spoke of Jonah, red with a grin like a split knife blade. Bank dust, gun smoke, shallow graves, every promise he ever made. He laughed at God, outran the road, left towns breathing thin. But the road remembers every step, and it pointed back at him. One man followed the sound of coin, one man ran from his past. The West drew a line in the sand, said only one of you will last. It was the long road to black iron noon, where the sun don't blink or bow. Two shadows stretched on a killing street, and the world held its breath somehow. When steel meets fate and time stands still, there ain't no second tune, just a bounty paid in blood or lead at black iron noon. Cold slept light with one eye open, dreamed in gunshot rhyme. Every town rang Jonah's name like a curse he'd hear in time. He tracked him through a preacher's lie and a woman's half-told truth. Every mile burned a little more, till mercy felt uncouth. Jonah Red felt the circle close in the way the wind went still. Cards fell wrong, dogs wouldn't bark, even whiskey lost its thrill. He saw his ghost in every pane, every mirror cracked in two. Said if I'm hellbound anyway, I'll choose the how and who. The clock crawled up the courthouse wall, each tick a loaded prayer. Two lives balanced on a second hand, with nowhere left to bear. On the long road to black iron noon, where the brave don't talk too loud, a hunter and the hunted stood like sins before a crowd. Draw too slow or draw too soon, the sun decides the truth. A legend carved in gunshot sound at black iron noon. Leather creaked, a hand dropped low, dust rose like breath from the grave. A flash of white, the crack of fate, everything they couldn't save. Cold thought of all the names he'd closed, Jonah laughed and spun. Two men fight into history before the echoes knew who'd won. They say the dust took Jonah Red right there between the eyes. They say Cole walked away alone with the West behind his eyes. Some swear they saw two bodies fall when the smoke was finally gone. The truth got lost like all good tales by the time the sun moved on. It was the long road to black iron noon, where the dead still walk the street, where hunters learn the price of lead and run and find your feet. If you hear boots when the air goes still and the clock won't move too soon, say a prayer for both those men at black iron noon. Now the posters fade, the wind remains, the West hums an old refrain. But every road ends where it began, in dust or in a name.
sun sank low on a rusty town where the dust learned men's names. Boot heels rang on a dead-end street, and every door frame prayed. There was a wind that carried a warning through splintered wood and bone. Said this land remembers everything, and no man rides alone. He came in slow on a tired horse, hat brim scarred and bent, with eyes like storms that never break, and a past he never spent. They whispered legends in broken breath, from the bar to the jailhouse light. Said he'd buried more men than a preacher's faith, and slept better every night.
His shadow stretched across the dirt, like a cross with a name. Every step was a loaded prayer, every breath a gamble with fate.
Welcome to the Gunslingers Graveyard, where the brave and the damned lay still. Wooden crosses and hollow promises on a sunburned desert hill. Every grave's got a story, every name's worn thin by time. If you draw your gun for glory, you'll be buried before the morning light. There was a girl with a chapel smile and eyes like summer rain. She saw the man behind the scars, not the blood, not the pain. She said you don't have to keep on running, you can lay that iron down. But the road don't loosen its grip that easy on a man married to the sound. The devil came dressed in a lawman's coat, with a badge of shine too clean. Said, I've been tracking your footsteps, son, since you were barely 17. He laid out names like playing cards on a whiskey-soaked pine wood table. Said every man you ever sent below just made my job more stable.
Church bells crack in the evening air, like a sentence being read. He kissed her once at the edge of town, like a goodbye
Better left unsaid. Welcome to the Gunslingers Graveyard, where the sun bleeds red at dusk, where promises rot beneath the sand, and iron turns men to dust. You can outrun the law or heaven, but the truth rides just as fast. Every legend ends in silence when the final shadows cast. Shots rang out like thunder cracks. Time slowed, the world stood still. Two men stared down eternity between the graveyard and the hill. When the smoke cleared, only one stood with blood upon his sleeve. He dropped his gun, fell to his knees for the life he couldn't keep. They buried him where the desert bends. No sermon, no reply, just a wooden cross and a broken star under a wide, indifferent sky. The town moved on, the wind erased the tracks he left behind. but some nights you hear a distant shout in the back of your mind.
That's the Gunslingers Graveyard, where the restless never sleep, where the price of fame is a nameless hole, 6 feet cold and deep. Say a prayer when the sun goes down and the coyotes start to cry. Every outlaw meets his maker when the West decides it's time. The sunset burns, the shadows grow, the earth keeps every scar. Another cross, another name underneath the western stars.
His name from a wanted sign and his prayers from a 45. Every mile was a borrowed breath, every sunrise contraband time. The road raised him mean and honest in the way that killers know. You don't outrun what you've done, you just choose where it goes. Loved like fire in dry wood towns, quick, bright, and bound to scar. Left ghosts in beds and blood on cards and dents in every bar. The West kept score in quiet ways with dust and ticking clocks. Every step toward tomorrow sounded like a hammer cock. The wind went still, the sky went pale, like the world had heard the news. There's only two kinds of endings for men who live to lose. Live by the gun, die by the gun. That's the deal you sign and live. You don't get to choose the morning when the bill comes due instead. Fame burns fast, mercy don't, the sun don't care who's right. If you live by the gun, you die by the gun before the end of night. The high noon found him in the open, no shadow left to hide. Just a street full of old mistakes, standing shoulder wide. He saw his life in broken glass and the clock above the door. Every man he ever buried knocking back for more. He drew like habit, not like hope. No speeches, no regret, just muscle memory and fate in a debt that hadn't been met. The shot rang out like final truth, clean, sharp and done. The echo wrote his epitaph in the language of a gun. Live by the gun, die by the gun. No witness left to pray, just smoke and sudden silence where a legend bled away.
lives by the gun.
Live by the gun. Live by the gun. Live by the gun. Live by the gun. Live by the gun. Live by the gun. Live by the gun. Live by the gun. Die by the gun. That's the scripture of the sand. You trade your future for the moment you first feel power in your hand. No halo waits, no curtain call, just stars and cooling blood. Live by the gun, die by the gun, like you always understood. The moon climbed over empty boots, the night reclaimed the sun. Another name fades into dust. Live by the gun. Die by the gun. Die by the gun.
He rode into town as the sun went low, dust on his duster, eyes full of woe. No badge on his chest, no oath to the crown, just a list of names and a stare that could drown. They say he once wore a soldier's blue till the war turned gray and the blood ran through. Now he hunts for gold and the echo of wrong, with a hand on his iron and a heart long gone.
Wanted dead or alive, the posters writ on the walls of saloons and the jailhouse shit. He brings them in cold or he leaves them to rot with a hangman's rope or a six-shot plot. No mercy, no prayers, just dust and fate. He rides alone, always one day too late. They fear his name, they curse his ride. The bounty hunter, dead or alive. He got black-eyed Bill in Santa Fe, put a bullet through his hide as he tried to pray. Dragged him back by his boots in the rain, with a grin that showed no love or pain. In Wichita Falls, he kissed a girl after crying in a lonesome world. He said, "Can't love nothing that I can't keep," then rode off like a ghost through the canyon deep. Wanted dead or alive, the law don't care, long as the money makes it there. He don't look back and he don't ask why, he just loads up his coat and lets it fly. No mercy, no prayers, just dust and fate. He rides alone with the devil's weight. Whispers follow where he rides. The bounty hunter, dead or alive. They say he once was a preacher's son, till the war took his soul and left him none. Now he answers only to the price of sin and the sound of the wind calling out again. Wanted dead or alive, and maybe he is part man, part myth, part vengeance in his. He'll die tale folks whisper when the stars collide, of a lone dark rider, cold as the tide. The bounty hunter, dead or alive.